Manchester United is playing away at Molineux Stadium at Wolverhampton Wanderers, and the confirmed team news is already out, and Alejandro Garnacho starts for Manchester United. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share, and if you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So guys, this is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as this is concerned, and obviously Ten Hag has gone ahead to name his starting 11. Some big changes made that we never even expected, and most of us really never saw Rashford starting off the bench. But Alejandro Garnacho finds himself into the starting 11 of United as we take on a team known as Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux, meaning that the manager is now planning at really reserving a player and rotating him better, because Rashford is really a very good player, but if at all you don't keep him fit, then you have to find yourself in the situation of really not playing him game in, game out, such that you reserve him and know that he's really one of the most important players that you're having at your club, and you have to go on and play them reservingly. That is what Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead to go on and do, and I believe it's really one of the best moves that he's gone ahead to do. So this is the starting 11 of Manchester United as brought in by Erik Ten Hag. David De Gea, Bruno Fernandes, Anton Martial, Malacia, Eriksson, Casemiro, Rafael Varane, Anthony Luxo, Armand Bissaka, Alejandro Garnacho. That is the starting 11 of United. The bench has the following players. There is Heaton, Lindelof, Maguire, Williams, Freddie, Maino, Danny Van Beek, Elanga, and Marcus Rashford. No Lisandro Martinez on the bench, meaning that the manager has not really assessed him to see to it that he's fit to play the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Most of us thought that it was going to be like Rafael Varane, reason being Varane returned and played some good 70 minutes for United against Nottingham Forest, but I've gotten to know the reason as to why the manager is not going ahead to go on and really put in Lisandro Martinez. For the time he has spent in Argentina, I think he was really celebrating, and he never really found himself like on a treadmill to run and do lots of the things they're supposed to do to keep himself fit. So that means he's not in perfect shape to start, and he has not made it to the match squad of today that has even made it to Molineux in Wolverhampton Wanderers. That is the starting 11 of United as named by Erik Ten Hag. Let's go to the starting 11 of Wolverhampton Wanderers. They're having Sarr, Semedo, Collins, Kilman, Bueno, Nunes, Neves, Moutinho, Hwang, Costa, and Podence. And when you look at their starting 11, they're having close to seven or eight Portuguese starting that 11. Almost, Bruno says it's like almost a Portuguese national team at Wolverhampton Wanderers. And it has always been like that for people that have been watching Wolverhampton Wanderers. Ever since Nuno Espirito, they've been signing. It has always been like that. They've been signing in very many players coming in from Portugal, so I believe that is why they are really having very many Portuguese. Then the substitutes include Sakic, Nuri, Traore, Jimenez, Guedes, Tony, Totti, Traore, and Hodge. This is the team that the new manager Lopetegui has gone ahead to pick of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Remember, he's playing his first game at home today against Manchester United at Molineux. Remember, he won his first game as the Wolves manager away at Goodson Park by beating Everton by how many goals? They beat Everton by 2-1, and the winner came in through in the dying minute. So that is how the teams are really standing, and the managers have gone ahead to pick the respective teams. Let's talk about Manchester United, the system, and how we are going to line up today as Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead to name that starting 11 of United. The system is obviously 4-2-3-1. It's becoming a norm that's the system Erik Ten Hag has always gone in for at Manchester United. David De Gea retaining his goal position. I believe there is no goalkeeper at Manchester United that can really bench David De Gea. He has gone ahead to retain his position. Then Aaron Wan-Bissaka comes in through to start on the right side of the central defense, right side of the fullback. Obviously, the coming in of Diego Dello, returning training and taking part in training, it's a very huge boost. The manager won't really hurry him back because he knows, at least for now, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is really playing a very huge role at the club of Manchester United. And secondly, this is one of the clubs that really want to sign Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and maybe Aaron Wan-Bissaka would like to hurt them, to send a message to them that please come get me from Manchester United, because Ten Hag believes I'm not the right back he's supposed to be having at the club of Manchester. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been looking great. And the manager really has gone ahead to take a decision to play him onto the right back of United, to see to it that he really gets us to the level we are supposed to be. Obviously, we want a win from this game. And we kept a clean sheet in the game of Nottingham Forest. I believe we should keep a clean sheet in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers, because we are having a better side that has gone ahead to show how strong they are in the Premier League. The left back, Tyrell Malacia, I really thought that maybe Lisandro Martinez was going to come in through and play onto the left back and play onto the central defense, then Shaw plays on the left back, but the manager has stuck with the back four that really won in the game of Nottingham. Maybe he really rewatched the game and enjoyed how these players really showcased and really followed his rules. I remember yesterday I was talking about how United defense. He said there is an organization that has always been put into consideration in the back four of United. If at all you don't follow it up, you are supposed to go on and really be answerable to what you've not gone ahead to go on and do for the club of Manchester United. So Tyrell Malacia is playing as the left back. Luke Shaw is playing on the left side of the central defense alongside Rafael Varane, the Rolls Royce, playing on the right side of the central defense, meaning that it's a central defense of Luke Shaw and Rafael Varane again for the second game running. Luke Shaw plays in the central defense. I first saw him in the era of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. There was a game when we had only Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Brandon Williams, and Bissaka as the only back four fully fit. So Luke Shaw came in and played in the central defense with Harry Maguire, and Brandon Williams played as a left back. Bissaka played as a right back. So it shows you how good Luke Shaw is. He's talented, and secondly, he's fast. So if you are really going to face a team that has Diego Costa, who is a bully, you need another strong defender whose physical attributes are not questioned, like Luke Shaw, to come in through and really put in the shift. So Luke Shaw is starting in the left side of the central defense for United, as he did with Varane in the game of Nottingham. So let's pray to it that they keep a clean sheet. But I believe this partnership is really looking great, and it might put Harry Maguire in a different and difficult situation altogether, because if the manager has seen attributes of Luke Shaw playing as a left back, as a central defender on the left side of the central defense, that leaves Harry Maguire with no position to play in, because even when Varane was away, the manager opted for Lisandro Martinez and Lindelof. Now, as Lisandro Martinez is not yet back fit to the levels the manager wants him to be, he's opting for Luke Shaw to partner alongside Rafael Varane. So that looks like there are going to be limited games for Harry Maguire in this remaining half of the season. That confirms to me that he is not wanted here and he's going to be out. And you guys wait. I did a prediction of this player. What is his name? This guy, Tuanzebe. When Tuanzebe gets fit and finds back his form, it's going to be the end of Harry Maguire, because he won't even be making the bench. According to me, two central defenders will be there. That is Lindelof and Tuanzebe. That's it. So he won't be even making the bench. That's how hard it is for a player called Harry Maguire. And I know he's going through a tough situation, but let's wait and see what is going to happen in there. The double pivot remains constant. Casemiro, Eriksen. Casemiro and Eriksen both registering an assist in the game we won against Nottingham. They played very well for the first goal. It was Eriksen who went in for a pullback that found Rashford, and Rashford really hit that ball into the back of the net. It was a well worked out training goal that was experimented on the match day, and the experiment was passed. So it was really looking great. Then Casemiro responsible for the first goal by really slipping into a tackle of Awoniyi. Then the ball found Varane. Varane played Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw played in Bruno. Bruno went in for a hold pass to find Rashford, and Rashford really cut inside onto the right foot, passed that ball to Martial. Martial took a single press to the back of the net to make it 2-0. But Casemiro went ahead to show how good he is and how flawless he has always been for United by creating a goal for Freddie after that interception in the midfield of United, and he won that interception, found Freddie, the well-placed Freddie, put that ball in the back of the net to make it 3-0. So Casemiro is really one of those players that you would love to see game in, game out for the club of Manchester United. He really plays very, very well. Then Bruno Fernandes, central attack midfielder, starting for United again. The manager has really trusted him to go on and really be the captain for the team. And I believe we only lost, I think, the game of Aston Villa and Man City when he's the captain. So every time he captains the team, looks like there is a little bit of luck onto Bruno Fernandes, and his leadership skills have never let the team down. Bruno has gone ahead to turn into a more creative player than a player he was when scoring goals. He's dictating play and finding the passes in between the lanes of the opponent back line. So that is good for Bruno, but I want him to offer a lot to us, to give us that dictation, to dictate the game in every direction, because it really looks hard for him, and sometimes he goes in for passes that are really sloppy, hence costing the team and losing possession. But he's really a very good player who has put his body on the line for United. I believe he believes United should go on and really win a title under his era. So looks like he's the captain of Manchester United on the pitch, and with Harry Maguire not starting, looks like he's going to be the captain of the team. I think next summer, lots of things are going to happen. Lots of things are going to happen in the summer. You might find Harry Maguire being sold out of United because the manager is not entertaining his services anymore at the club, leaving Bruno as the captain for the club. Smash the like button, comment and share. Your predictions are welcome in the comment section below. Also go in the live chat and tell me what you think about this game. Anthony starting on the right, attacking side of the midfield. Great player, looking great for United, but he really needs to go on and improve his end product to his game. That's it. That's the only thing that is lacking, his end product to his game. The decision making is really lacking. He tracks back a lot. His intensity is undoubted, but one problem is how he really brings out the end product of his game. That's it. The reason as to why people are not so much onto him that he's flopping all what is because he scored in the first 3 games of United, and I believe he was the first player to do that. So if he's not scoring goals and not creating assists, people are going to be all over him. In the game of Nottingham, Bruno really gave him a sitter, and he really went in for the far post that resulted into a save from the goalkeeper. That is something that was uncalled for by this Anthony guy. He would have done better by going for the near post or really nutmegging the goalkeeper to put United into a comfortable lead of 3-0 before Freddie came in and scored the 3rd goal. Surprisingly, shirt number 49, Alejandro Garnacho, has come in and started this game of football. The manager is doing this to see to it that he manages Marcus Rashford very well. He knows that his season is reliant on Marcus Rashford. He knows it. He knows it, that Rashford and Martial need to be balanced very well. Rotation should be made. That's why it's to it that Rashford played close to 88 minutes in the game of Nottingham. This time round, he has gone ahead to bench Marcus Rashford and bring on Alejandro Garnacho, of which 100% believe Rashford will play like 30 or 35 minutes in this game, according to me, because it will depend on the game situation and on how we'll bring him on. But I believe he's the most informed player of United, with Casemiro being on bench is like giving the manager another option to threaten the enemy if at all the work plan that he has gone ahead to initiate fails. Secondly, Argentina has a tournament they're going to participate in of the under-20s. They also invited Alejandro Garnacho. Now the manager went out and really told us that he is really part of the project of United, and he doesn't want him to go to Argentina because that tournament is not part of the FIFA calendar. To go and confirm to them that Alejandro Garnacho is really a player they want to use, he has to start him today and make a message. But he's starting him on merit. He's starting him on merit because he's really talented. Alejandro Garnacho is one of the best players I've seen in his age, 18 years of age, but he's too explosive, lightning quick, good dribble, takes off players, and I believe today Semedo has to go on and really watch himself a lot because Alejandro Garnacho is coming for him. Alejandro Garnacho, exciting player. He came on and played some 20 minutes in the game of Nottingham Forest, and he came on with I think they brought on Garnacho and Donny van de Beek. I think he came on with Donny van de Beek, and Martial plus Anthony we are taken off the field of play. Let's talk about Anthony Martial, who's leading the line for United. Scored against Nottingham Forest, looking like he's going to play his 5th game consecutively without getting an injury and walking off the field of play. Looking like he's back fully fit, and we pray to it that he can really extend his fitness levels for the next 10 games of United, as we're struggling to find in another centre forward, meaning that if at all you had another centre forward, maybe Martial wouldn't have played this game of football. He would have been on the bench too and come on with Marcus Rashford, because the manager really wants to give them minutes that are really going to keep them fit. So Martial has played close to 6-7 games for United this season. He has been involved in 6 goals. That shows you how great he is for the club, and the manager believes in Anthony Martial a lot. So that is the starting 11 of Manchester United, and let's get to the starting 11 of Wolverhampton Wanderers. They are playing a system of 4-3-3. Jessa in goal, Semedo right back, Collins and Kiliman. That is the central defense. Bueno left back, Nunes, Ruben Neves, Moutinho. This is a Portuguese midfield. Costa, Diego, Podence, and Hwang are the 3 forwards that are really leading the line for Wolverhampton Wanderers. But when you look at the front 3, it's really scary, and they are going to go ahead and really put in a shift at Manchester United. They are going to scare us a lot. They are going to do all the donkey work, but I believe we can really get them to the levels of really sitting them down. Diego Costa is a bully. He's going to come in through to find out ways of really scoring against United, as he did against Chelsea, but I believe his age doesn't stand with him, and the creativity of Wolverhampton Wanderers is not all that to the levels of really creating very many chances for Diego Costa. If Diego Costa is to hurt United, he needs to get to know that he needs to be clinical, and being clinical against Rafael Varane means that you need to be a step ahead of him, and I don't believe Diego Costa is a step ahead of him, unless otherwise the mistake is going to come out to arise into a goal. I doubt that Diego Costa is really going to go ahead and really become a problem to us, because he's aged, 38 years of age, 37. He's not that kind of player that he was. You get? If Tuna was available, I would have been afraid about him. You get? And in this game of football, let me confirm to you that I'm more afraid of Podence than Diego Costa, because Podence is really a mobile player. He shifts from the left to the right to the center. He is a player that you're going to find everywhere on the field of play, and it's going to be hard for us to mark him and get him out of the game because you have nowhere to locate him. He has no permanent position to play. You get? So they brought him in at Wolverhampton Wanderers, and he's really a very good player that has gone ahead to prove to us that he is really at that level. Let's talk about this guy, Ruben Neves, the captain. I remember him scoring against us in 2019. He scored an equalizer after Martial gave us a lead in the first 5 minutes of the game. Then towards the end of the game, it was a corner, well delivered. It found him unmarked at the edge of the 18 yards box area of United, and he carved that ball to the back of the net to make it 1-1 for Wolverhampton Wanderers and United. So he gave them that well-desired draw by then. But for the previous games we played away at Wolverhampton Wanderers under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we've gone ahead to beat them. In the season of 2019-2020, it was all about the second last game of the season, and he really went ahead to score. And we really went ahead to beat Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-1. I think it was the game that really climaxed the season, because we are preparing to go on and play in the Champions League, in the final of the UEFA Europa League. It was one Matters penalty, and I think, was it Elanga's header? I think it was Elanga's header. That game ended 2-1. Now after that ending 2-1, Last season of 2021-2022, we went away at Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Rashford in the dying minutes really hit that ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 for United. So we've been really winning against the team known as Wolverhampton Wanderers. So I'm not worried about them, but how we are going to execute the plan of the manager, Erik ten Hag. I know Erik ten Hag is a step ahead of Lopetegui, because Lopetegui is on his decline, according to me. A manager that managed Spain, Real Madrid, Sevilla, and if at all he's at Wolverhampton Wanderers right now, it shows you how deep he has failed. And by the time he left Sevilla, Sevilla was doing badly to an extent that they are even in the relegation zone in the La Liga. I think even they lost their game of football yesterday. But that doesn't really turn him off to come out and really shock us in this game, because he's playing his first game away. So he's playing his first game. He's playing his first game at home, which really puts in a lot of momentum and pressure onto him. But the fans are really going to be high and supporting, because they know they need to support their team not to be relegated from the Premier League. The other player is João Moutinho. This midfield three is really great. João Moutinho, he has scored 5 goals in the entire Premier League, but out of the 5, he has scored the 2 against Manchester United. That is 40% of his goals he has scored in the Premier League. He has gone ahead to score them against Manchester United. So, having been at that level of really scoring against United, he is trying to go ahead and do the same thing today, but I don't believe a chance is going to be granted to him to see to it that he puts that ball to the back of the net of Manchester United. I'm having Prince Alex. Where is our number 6, Lisandro Martinez? I'm waiting to see what the manager is going to say about Lisandro Martinez, but Martinez is out of the game today, not even in the match squad, meaning that he never passed the fitness test. He's not up there, and the manager doesn't want to rush him in the game of football of Wolverhampton Wanderers, because he believes we can go ahead and really survive this team called Wolverhampton Wanderers without him. You force him in this game of football when he's injured, when he's not fully fit, it's going to go ahead and really cause in lots of things that might result into injuries that the team is really doing the best they deserve to go on and do. Now, as you asked me about that, Ten Hag has gone ahead to drop thoughts about why certain players are really benched. For Marcus Rashford, this is what he said. He's telling us that Ten Hag on why Marcus Rashford is on the bench, internal disciplinary. So what has Rashford done? What has Rashford done? Because I was so shocked why he was on the bench today and Garnacho is starting. Internal disciplinary, meaning that he's trying to manhandle these players. Ten Hag is a disciplinarian. We know him very well. So he has gone ahead to confirm to us that Rashford is on the bench because of his discipline, and these players need to go on and know that the manager they are really joking with is not a usual manager. He's really a player that has to go on and really follow the rules of the manager. Then again on Marcus Rashford, Ten Hag has confirmed to us via someone Hefs that internal disciplinary, no details are rules. Now focus on the game. He is in very good form and no one can play all the games. That's it. So it shows you that the manager is trying to maintain the player in the squad and manage him very well, and the manager and the player shouldn't go on and really do things they're not supposed to do. That is what Ten Hag is telling us, that they are disciplinary measures being taken on him. That's why he's on the bench, and no player should play or start every game. So the focus is on the game. Let's wait and see what's going to come out of that. Then for Alejandro Garnacho, he has told us that we have a good team. Oh, it's not really gating. Let's use this tweet. For Alejandro Garnacho, he's telling us that we have a good team, and Alejandro Garnacho comes in. He did really well in the last couple of games and made huge progress. I'm expecting him to contribute and expect him to bring his skills. Yeah, obviously in the game of Burnley, Garnacho got even one of the best chances. It was a sitter. He failed himself by hitting that ball, and it never really went past the goalkeeper. Then Martial gave him another chance. He made a heavy dribble, and obviously the ball went into a goal kick. So I believe the manager believes in him, that the best way to build a young player is to give him more and more playing minutes. And Ten Hag is a genius at grooming players like Alejandro Garnacho. So I see no reason as to why he's not going to turn into a player that Erik Ten Hag wants. But he starts in for a reason. Marcus Rashford has been dropped because of disciplinary reasons, but I believe he's going to go on and coming through. And the good thing is that even Sancho is back. Let's wait and see what is really going to go ahead and really happen in the next games of United. But I trust Garnacho. He's going to be facing Semedo. I think he's going to sit him down every time he's going to go ahead and really go all near him, because the skill set of Garnacho is really great. I don't see Semedo stopping him. In any way. Then Ten Hag has gone ahead to say on the possibility of breaking into the top 4, we have to win every game. There is always pressure at United. We are prepared for it. Why are they really talking about possibility of dropping in the top 4? It's simple. United, if they win today, they are going to be at 32 points. Spurs is at 30 points, meaning that Spurs are playing tomorrow. If we win today, we are going to spend our first night in the top 4. If Spurs fail to win or draw, United will keep themselves into that spot for a very, very long time, because I don't believe that we are going to lose very many games. This month, the month of January, I believe the only game that we might lose out might be that of Arsenal away at Emirates, but I believe we have a better chance of also going ahead and really winning it from that side, because Ten Hag has lots of systems of seeing him play against teams like Mikel Arteta, but Mikel Arteta is one-dimensional. He has no plan B. He will come with one plan. If it fails, then he has nothing to go on and really do. But for Erik Ten Hag, he has lots of plans for you to see to it that he really puts you down and gets you done and dusted. So I'm having Fittori Williams, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, United 3. Oh, isn't it over the mark a lot? I believe my result is like 2-0, 2-1, 1-0, 2-0, 1-0 in favor of Manchester United. But I see a United win written all over this game of football. Orone Oscar, thank you for watching in. Smash the like button, comment and share. You are saying United is winning. Obviously, I'm seeing a United win written all over this fixture, but let's wait and see what's going to be happening. But it's going to be so much reliant on what Anthony does. Martial and Bruno Fernandes and Alejandro Garnacho, their decision making is going to be paramount in us winning this game of football. And if at all they don't keep that into their brain and knowledge, then it might force or put us in a position of really losing the game of football. Now, as we approach into this game, the BT Sport has gone ahead to talk to a player who is captaining United today, that is Bruno Fernandes and on Casemiro. This is what Bruno has said. He's an important player for us. We all know his qualities. I think he has shown in the past what he's capable to do. So he has an important role of us, as does everyone else. We all have to step up in the games for this club. So if there is a statement we have to go on and make that we are going to play the Champions League football, these are games we're supposed to win. If we lose to teams like Man City, Arsenal, it's okay. You get, because we are really building this project. And I believe I never blamed Erik Ten Hag when we lost to Man City 6-3. However much he made some decisions wrong and the players were not really putting their bodies on the line in that game of football. But I won't blame him. You get? But this time round, when you're having Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, Martial, Rashford back, I believe we stand a chance to go on a very good run. And I believe January is really going to be a very good month. We are having teams like Man City and Arsenal. That means that we are left a balance of Newcastle, Tottenham Hotspur, Liverpool, Chelsea in the rest of the season. But these are the hardest teams. There are two teams topping the league, meaning that if at all you go ahead and really beat them, that is going to be something great for the club of Manchester United. So I believe we are going to get a result at City, at Old Trafford, and maybe we are going to see to it that we win the best. Then I'm having Orone Oscar send me United line up here. All right, let me show you how United is lining up for today. United. All right. There you go. That is United for you on your screen. David De Gea in goal. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is right back. Varane and Luke Shaw playing in the central defense. Malacia left back. Casemiro and Eriksson. Double pivot maintained. Bruno Fernandes. Central attack midfielder. Anthony left attack midfielder. Garnacho left attack midfielder. Anthony right attack midfielder. And Martial is leading the line. The bench is having Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Rashford, Freddie, and very many others. Danny Van Binks of this world, Williams, Brandon, Heaton. That is what the bench of United is looking like as we prepare to take on a side called Wolverhampton Wanderers. My prediction is simple. 1-0 for United, 2-0, 2-1. I don't see us scoring 3 goals in this game of football, but I believe we are really going to win it because we are having a lot of quality off the bench. Danny Van Beek, so much impressive in the game we played against a team. Danny Van Beek, so much impressive in the game we played against a team called Nottingham. He came on through and really even got a chance to score. He found himself on target. So it shows you how good this lad is getting. And when he gets back to the level we want him to be, it's going to be benefiting United. You know why? His passing is insane. It's ridiculous. He's one of the best passers of the ball. And his weapon is passing. He's quick. And I can't wait to see him linking up very well with Casemiro and Eriksson in that midfield three of Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I think you've watched. That is a lineup that United has brought in through as requested by Mr. Orone Oscar. So I think we're calling it a day for now. We are going to go into that game, watch it very well. After watching it, I'm going to return with the match reaction as far as this game of football is concerned. As for the poll that I put up, you've told me that 100% United is going to go all out and win. Not so? That's what you've told me, and let's pray to it that we really get these 3 points and go to the first spot of the league table. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates, when the game of football is done.